Right then, on our journey back from sunny Swindon, it's been a fun day, hasn't it?
Well, it has and it hasn't. I mean, not a lot's happened, has there, today, really? It's quite a bog standard sort of Walsall game. And
It's what we expect, 4-0 away.
Yeah, and we're going home now, and can't really say a lot, can you?
We had some questions. We had some questions. One about the defence. Well, I think the defence answered its own question today.
Definitely.
Against Morecambe, they hardly had a shot. Against Exeter, they got us on an excellent counter to score, but generally didn't have much of a shot. And today, Swindon hardly got a shot. So, round of applause to the Walsall defence. Looking good.
Yeah.
Only 3 games, but I mean, it's a good start.
I think it's a little bit more than that as well, Simon. Obviously, keeping the clean sheets with his defence is a big plus, but I think for the whole team, that's helping them out as well, because obviously the defence plays their part in it, but the midfield and the attackers, if we can press the opposition higher up the pitch, it means the opposition have got less time on the ball, so then it's giving our defence that breathing gap, breathing space, and when they do get the ball, they've got more time for us to sort of do what we want to do. So
I think that's spot on.
I think it's a whole team effort. I mean, the back three have been immense, haven't they, since the start of the season?
But saying that, the midfield three, Sturk, Jellis and Lakin, they're chasing everything down and stopping players having a comfortable pass.
Yeah.
And you can even say Jamil Matt and Josh Gordon as well. We know Josh Gordon runs around a lot, and I know we worry about his goal contributions, even though he scored today, but not giving defenders a minute, so they haven't got so much time to pick that pass, and so the quality of the balls coming through for the opposition attack is getting less, and we know we can deal with the aerial threat now, don't we?
Definitely.
When we've got the Priest, let's hope Priest stays fit. That is a concern, but we've got other players that can come in. David Kagbu, it was nice to hear the crowd singing his name, even though he was only on the bench. But he's an excellent guy to come in if we need him. And Harry Williams, he's up for the fight for the physical threat. So we're really pleased with that. Second question we had was a bit of a strange one from Tim. He's a blue nose and playing a bit of a cheeky one, wasn't he, really? So what do we think about pedestrianisation of the Norwich city centre? Lee, first thoughts?
Well, I think it's a very bold and a great way for people to get around the city without worry of being run over by any motor vehicles. So I think it can really help Norwich city sort of shopping and the people's experience of going around Norwich to be a lot more safer, and also less pollution, so it's a greener Norwich city centre.
That's it. I think most cities have sort of gone that way now, because we want to keep that pollution out of the cities, aren't we?
Yes.
Obviously the switch over to electric vehicles is helping generally, sort of improving the planet and that sort of thing. I know people say about the through life cost of electric engines and electric cars, but on a day-to-day basis, I think electric cars are doing a good job, aren't they?
I think Norwich City Centre is showing the advantages of that as well. So well done to Norwich City for going up fully pedestrianised.
And it is fair that what it was said, "Let's be having you," was Delia Smith's response about pedestrianisation.
Yeah.
So that's good. Next question we had was about strikers, and I'll get messages on that. Are any strikers coming in? We know there's a suite of players that we're after. Whether we can get them over the line or not is another one. One player we thought we'd missed out on was Mal Fall. Well, Mal Fall didn't play for Albion today, an unused sub. So they're going to want him to get minutes. I did get a message saying he was perhaps going to Northampton, but with Walsall making a positive start to the season, he'd be more keen to maybe want to come to Walsall.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, that Simon. I think if we started the season a bit sloppy and not winning, then it's not so much of a pull for players to come to.
Yeah.
But winning the 2 games in the league and going through to the second round in the League Cup, it may sway 1 or 2 players that we are looking at to come to join us, because if they think that we're in for a bit of success this season, players tend to want to be with that success, don't they?
That's right, yeah.
And if it's a happy environment and it looks like there's achievement available, then players want to come and be a part of that.
Everybody wants a promotion on the CV, don't they, as a player? You mentioned as well Freddie Draper. Somebody mentioned to me in the stadium they thought that Freddie Draper was still coming, and I was saying to Lee, I think that's not happening. But he's not starting for Lincoln, so he's going to be wanting minutes. So they're not going to loan him out to another League One club. So maybe there is a chance, a slim chance, but maybe there's a chance we could get him. The other player I was looking at, Scott Hogan. I was in conversation with Westy Jack. He thought that Scott Hogan's wages would sort of take that out as a possibility, but we can hope. Also Nathan Lowe, that's one of the Stoke 1-2 with Emre Tesgel. Those would be 2 good ones we could get.
And again, with Tommy Sinking being here, and obviously Dave.
Yeah, we've got the connection with Stoke, haven't we?
Connection with Stoke, and if Tommy is reporting back to the young players at Stoke, and maybe he's got a relationship with both of them.
That's right.
Coming through the sort of the age groups with them, and he's telling them how good it is at Warsaw at the moment. That could be something that just pushes it over the line in our favour. So we've still got about 10 days left of the transfer window.
Absolutely, yeah.
So there's still time, and the good thing now is we haven't got the game now until next Saturday against Tranmere. So hopefully
We've got time to get it over the line, and
we definitely do need somebody, because again, we saw today with Gordon sort of hopefully he hasn't tweaked his hamstring, and it's just the caution that took him off. As soon as he come off, and then obviously Matt in the last sort of 20 minutes of the game was running on an empty. We are short, so we do need at least 1 to come in, if not 2. But you've got Adoma who came on today and was playing sort of that false number 9 sort of.
And did well.
Advanced,
He did well, didn't he?
Did really well. But you can tell he's enjoying it, and just the experience. It's just different.
And everybody loves him. Everybody loves him already, don't they?
He's playing with a smile on his face. He knows it's his last season in professional football. He's got the chance at Walsall, and he's just going to take every opportunity he can to just play as much as he can and try and help the team out as much as he can.
Yeah.
And that experience, I think, is going to be something that we sort of missed last season in some of the games where we could have done with his sort of nous and his sort of experience, and some of the results last season could have been different.
It's been a while since we've had a real good quality player come in. Obviously, when we had Paul Merson, they sort of think on a different level. And Uncle Albert, I'm not saying he's as good as Paul Merson by any means, but I mean, he's got that Premiership quality about him.
Well, you can see today, Simon, there was a couple of occasions where he sort of checked his run because he knew he was going to be offside, and he waited and he got himself back onside and then made the run again, and then he got the pass. Now, the younger player with their sort of lack of experience would probably just carry on with the run and they're easily offside, and then you lose the momentum. Where Doman knew he was going to be offside, so he made sure he got himself back onside, and just the way he was holding on to the ball, and just the little passes between himself in Earing and Ram in that sort of last 5 minutes, just to eat away at the clock. It just shows a bit of quality.
It's that quality. If you get another player of that level of quality, that would also be another benefit. One player, Douglas James Taylor, he certainly enjoyed himself in Ireland, scored a hat-trick last night, so that's 6 in 5 games for him now. We don't think bringing him back early would be the right thing to do.
Unless we can't get nobody else. I think when we get towards sort of the last 2 days of the transfer window, and it looks like we've tried and we can't get nobody else in, then I think we would probably have to recall him.
But I think it's for the whole of the Travella group, keeping him there to try and keep Drogda up is the right thing to do.
And it's beneficial for him as well, because obviously the more games he plays and the more goals again, from that finishing point of view, when it does eventually come back to us, he'll be hopefully
Be a better player for it, wouldn't he?
Yes.
But he's certainly flourishing over there. One player who's not going to be featuring is Charlie Wragg. He's gone back to Bromsgrove on loan, so I think that'll do him good.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's gone back maybe tells us that an incoming is imminent. Right then, nice one.